good you're here. Have a seat because you are about to fall over with glee when you see this week's new knit pattern. Go ahead and grab a cup of tea and cozy up. I'm going to be showing off this beautiful Shukrani shawl pattern today, as well as some of the techniques that you're going to find in this stunner of a pattern. If you love this pattern as much as I do, you can head to expressionfiberarts.com to download it. Since I'm a huge lover of plants and flowers, this beautiful design by Monica Wesley really speaks to my heart. She took inspiration when designing it from all the beautiful rose bushes that her mom grew when she was little. In particular, the peach, pink, and apricot colors that she chose to use look like a Shukrani rose, and Shukrani means thankfulness, gratitude, or appreciation in Swahili. To start this shawl, you begin with a Picot cast on. The Picots resemble the tips of leaves and the little thorns on rose bushes, and they're really easy to work. To start the Picot cast on, you're going to begin with a slip knot, and go ahead and place that onto your needle. Then you're going to cast on 4 stitches using a knitted cast on. And to do that, just insert your right needle like you are going to knit. Grab the yarn, pull that through, and then lift it up and place it onto the left needle. So you've just cast 1 stitch on. Let's do that 3 more times. Insert your needle into that next stitch, grab a loop, and slide it onto your left needle. Again, reach through and grab a loop, pull it up, slide it on. Again, grab a loop, pull it up, and slide it on. So you now have 5 stitches on your needle. Now we're going to bind off 2 stitches. So to do that, knit 1, knit 2, and then bind one of those off by lifting it up and over. So we've bound off 1 stitch. Let's do another one. Knit this stitch and bind off that stitch. You can see there's a little bloop bloop. Now we have 3 stitches. So take the remaining stitch on your right needle and pop it back onto your left needle. Then you're just going to repeat steps 2 through 4 of this Picot cast on. So to do that, go ahead and let's do it again. Cast on 4 stitches using a knitted cast on. Pull up a loop and slide it on. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now you're going to bind off 2 stitches. So knit 1, knit 2, bind off 1, knit another one, and bind off another one. Now you're going to move this stitch back over here, and you can see how you're starting to get these little picots, and you're just going to continue repeating that. Then you're just going to repeat steps 2 through 4 of the Picot cast on until you have 123 stitches on your needle. Then you're going to work a couple of setup rows before you get started on the body of the shawl. To work row 1 of the setup row, go ahead and swing your yarn around to the front, and you're going to slip that first stitch with your yarn in front. Then you're just going to purl all the way across your row. Purl, purl, and you're going to have a lot more stitches, of course. Bloop, bloop, and bloop. Then for row 2, you're going to have your yarn in the back, and you're going to slip this next stitch with the yarn in the back. And then you're just going to knit across your row. Bloop, bloop, doop, doop, and doop. The body of the shawl features a 28-row repeat in a gorgeous 3-color gradient. The hand-dyed cash silk sock yarn is super luscious because it has cashmere in it, so it's nice and soft and drapey, and it is an absolute dream to knit with. For the body, you'll need to know how to work a few fun stitches like these. To work a knit one through the back loop, so normally you knit like this through the front loop, but when you need to knit through the back loop, you go ahead and put your right needle into the back loop, and you just knit it. So insert your needle into the back loop, the back little leg of that stitch, and just knit right through there. So that's a knit 1 through the back loop. When you need to knit 2 together, you're just going to insert your right needle under both of the next 2 stitches and knit them together as if they were 1 stitch. Needle under both of the next 2 stitches and knit them together just like they were 1 stitch. To do an S2K PO, this is really fun, you're going to slip 2 stitches together knitwise. So just insert your needle under both of those and slip them off. Then knit 1. Then you're going to pass the 2 slip stitches over the knitted stitch. So grab those with your left needle, lift them up and over that knitted stitch. So you've now decreased 2 stitches. Then you're also going to find in the pattern a slip, slip, knit. So you're going to slip 1 stitch knitwise, slip a 2nd stitch knitwise. Then you're going to knit these 2 stitches together in the back loop. So I like to just put my left needle under both of those and bloop, knit them. And you've decreased. The lace design, which does include charts and written instructions for you, has soft curving shapes and it looks like a bunch of beautiful scattered rose petals. And if you're at all intimidated by knitting lace, don't be. We have another video where you use a lifeline to literally erase all of your fears of dropping a stitch or messing up lace. It's kind of genius. Go check that out. When knitting the shawl, to create this beautiful gradient, you are going to have to alternate colors in some of the sections. And to do that, just pull the unused yarn up the side so you don't have a bunch of ends to weave in later. You're going to work 2 rows in your color. And when you get to the end, you're just going to pull up the next color. So I'll grab the red and start working with it. And then you'll work 2 rows of this color and pull the other color up the side. So it's nice and easy. You're just going to continue to pull your colors up this same side every 2 rows. When you do finish the body of the shawl and you get to the end, you're going to have some finishing rows, and they are the exact same as the set of rows that I just showed you at the beginning. So easy, yay! When you do get to the end, you're going to create a picot bind off, and here's how you do that. You're going to have a bunch of stitches on your needle. So what you're going to do is start by casting on 2 more stitches using a knitted cast on. Insert your needle into that first stitch, pull up a loop, pop it onto the left needle, and do it again. Grab a loop and pop it on to your left needle. Now you're going to bind off 4 stitches. So knit 1, knit 2. Now bind one of those off by lifting it up and over. So we've bound off 1, knit another one, bind off, which makes 2. Knit another one, bind off, which is 3, and knit, bind off, which makes 4. Now move this remaining stitch on your right needle back onto your left needle. And look, you've already created a little picot. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So let's do that again. You're just going to repeat those steps all the way across your row. Cast on 2 more stitches using a knitted cast on. There's 1 and 2. Now you're going to bind off 4 stitches. So start by knitting 2 and bind 1 off. Knit another one, bind off, that makes 2. Knit another one, bind off, which is 3, and then 1 more. Knit, bind off. And you'll just repeat that all the way across, creating your cute little picots. And then just repeat rows 1 through 3 of the picot bind off until you reach the end. super easy. So there you have it. Let this shawl be a beautiful reminder to stop and smell the roses and appreciate each beautiful moment of your life. If you'd love to download this pattern or get the yarn, you can head to expressionfiberarts.com. Also check the description box for the links. And while you're on the site, if you haven't already, go ahead and sign up for email updates. You're going to get lots of free patterns and exclusive coupon codes. Thank you so much for joining me. Breathe in the beauty of this day, and I'm going to see you very soon with more knit and crochet fun. Bye-bye!